George Lopez went viral. Basically, I guess they say he was hating on you because saying that nobody knew you. Get that. People from our community, when it should be a positive, should be uplifting, somebody from the community got out. Instead, somebody from the community say something negative. When you heard, I don't know if you heard it, but I'm sure if you didn't hear it directly, I'm sure some family, friends, or loved ones told you or relayed to you what he had said.
Everybody sent me a video.
How did it make you feel?
I didn't care. He's a grown man. He can say whatever he wants. It's his podcast. He paid for the equipment. You know what I mean?
On the 6th of February 2023, during an episode of George Lopez's podcast, Steve Treviño kept mentioning Ralph Barbosa, highlighting him as an underdog who deserved recognition and support.
And now it's
but it is up to us to the Ralph Barbosas of the world to turn around and go, hey man, I want to make the path for you easy.
Lopez, seemingly annoyed, told Treviño to stop bringing up that name, stating that he didn't know who he was and was not interested in finding out.
But nobody knows who that motherfucker is. What are you saying his name, man?
Look, I think he's great, and I'm doing it
wrong to say, Aaron?
I'm doing exactly what I'm preaching. Is
What do you mean you don't
can
know
we
him?
bring this kid up? Right?
Have you heard of him? Okay. Is it wrong for me to say, why do you keep bringing his name up and nobody knows who he is?
It's funny to me.
And I don't mean it mean, I'm saying.
The man on the payroll. Hey, whatever you say.
When Treviño explained that supporting younger comedians is important, Lopez dismissed him and said Treviño should rather focus on himself.
You look out for yourself. That's what we look out for yourself.
But I also want to look out for others, and I also want to make the path.
I don't think
easier.
that's a right.
I
don't think that's the right thing.
I look out for myself and my family, of course, but I also want to make the path easier for the next guy.
You know what? I think that's.
You don't think so?
I don't.
No, I really don't. You made the path. You've got to secure that path. You're not helping him if you're making the path easier for him.
There you go.
He's got to make his own path. He's got to make
and
it
not
right.
even Ralph. I don't know who he is.
And I don't want to make him suffer, but you're not doing him anything by making it easier.
I disagree. I mean, you look at Richard Pryor, who championed Eddie Murphy, who, when Eddie Murphy walks into...
I don't think he did.
He did. And when Eddie Murphy walks into ABC and says, hey, that's fucking Earthquake, I think he's fucking great, he needs an opportunity, I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that that's a good look, and I think that it helps. You putting me on this show helps me.
But also, if you don't deliver, I can't help you.
I don't disagree, of course.
Like, if you can deliver...
Do the work. I don't help those that don't help themselves.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That becomes the thing.
But like I said, I don't help those that don't help themselves. I'm looking for that young guy that's working hard, that's trying to make it. If I can get him to open for me.
But you're fucking trying to make it. Like, why are you trying to help with some dude that's trying to make it? Like, you need to make it.
I made it. Life's good.
So you don't want to go any higher than where you are right now?
Of course I want to go higher. Of course. And I'm going to continue to go higher.
I'm not in the business, but if you want to go higher, then I would believe, just like in anything, every other aspect
well,
of
if you're
life,
not in the business, why you
got to
concentrate?
You got to concentrate on making yourself. You want to go higher?
Look, 1,000%.
Then concentrate on yourself, making yourself higher.
Of course, and I'm on stage every single day, getting better, getting stronger, getting funnier.
If that's what's going to make you.
I will say something about you. First of all, I don't think you should be worried about anybody else, especially
some Gordo who's not in the business.
Jeremy Jeremy Barbasol, that's his name. I don't know who he is. I don't mean any disrespect, but I don't know who he is. But also, when they come, I think you have to prepare for the future and not expect somebody to come and get it. Like if you say, hey, I have a treatment with me and my wife or parents, our kids are, we gave them too much already, they're young. How are we going to prepare them for the real life?
This exchange set off a lot of reactions across the comedy world. Various comedy podcasts began discussing what happened, weighing in on mentorship, support, and respect for up-and-coming talent.
George Lopez doesn't owe anybody anything. We get it. It's every man for themselves. You create your own way. But dog, you are the OG. You are the legend. We expect more from you. For so long, we took so much pride seeing you on TV. We took so much pride seeing you on the silver screen in movies. We took so much pride buying tickets to your show to watch you on stage tell our stories. You represented us. We identified with you, George Lopez, El Más Chingón. After hearing these clips and watching these clips, George Lopez, do you represent us?
Ralph Barbosa was asked about his reaction. He made it clear he wasn't bothered by Lopez's remarks. Lopez had never really been one of his favorite comedians because of their generational differences.
So what happened? What about George?
George?
Yeah, what happened with George?
I don't know. I guess dude.
What Treviño was talking
Dude
about.
woke up one morning and had some haterade. Nah, but yeah, Steve Treviño was like, it's up to us to help Ralph Barbosa's of the world. And George, like, he brought up my name quite a few times, and eventually George was like, who the fuck is that guy? Like, fuck that guy. Don't say his name. He's like, look out for yourself. He's like, fuck that guy. What's his name? Jeremy Barbosa?
Damn.
Wow.
That would have been a cool comedy name. Like, I wish I would have thought of that one first, to be honest.
I mean, don't get me wrong. George has done our podcast. He's a friend of mine. So I'm not going to say anything ill will.
No, but no. That
I'm-
is a weird. No, that's a weird thing
All
to
I'm going to
say.
say,
But I want to say something.
that's just weird or whatever, but I'll say this. I didn't really care what he said about me, because I feel like you could have brought up anybody's name and he would have been like, fuck whoever you're saying. I think it's like one of those heat of the moment type things.
While he appreciated Treviño's support, Ralph said he was still waiting for the kind of support Lopez suggested, showing that he didn't have any expectations either way.
Treviño, I didn't really get what that dude's deal was. Maybe I still don't.
What do you do?
Well, like, they were on the George Lopez's podcast, right?
Yeah.
Which, for the record, I didn't really care that George was, like, mean or
what
whatever.
did he say?
Treviño kept, like, bringing me up. He was like, we got to help. It's up to us to, like, help the Ralph Barbosas of the world. Which I didn't really catch it at first, but after that, I was just like, I've never met that guy. So, I mean, I'm still waiting on the help, I guess.
Well, you never met Treviño?
No, I've never met
Why
him
is he
in my
talking
life.
to you like he's boys with you?
That's what I'm saying. That's what started to bug me the days after. Because on the days after, people were commenting like, look, man, like, good looking now. Trevino's a real one. I was like, wait, why are they fucking complimenting him? Like,
Well, he's from Texas, right?
yeah.
He lives
I-
there.
I don't know, I guess.
You
so.
never ran into Treviño. I've been friends with him for almost 20 years, 25 years.
I've seen his stuff, but I'll never, like,
Yeah, really? Never even crossed paths.
nah.
How about Cristela Alonso? She's from Dallas. You cross paths with her?
I've seen her, but I haven't crossed paths with her. I think one time I saw her perform live. I think in Addison.
Uh-huh.
I might be getting it wrong, but yeah, I've never met her.
Have you met anybody? I mean, can we start there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you crossed paths with anybody? Give me a big name you crossed paths with.
Once or twice, but I try to walk a road that hasn't been walked before.
Frog Wizard Road?
Nah.
What's striking is how composed Ralph stayed. No anger, no overreaction. He focused on his work and continued to grow his career. This moment didn't stop him. In fact, it helped highlight his talent and character to the community.
This is like saying like a Mexican's worst enemy is another Mexican.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's true. I don't like these Mexicans.
Bro, we agree on so much, bro. We agree. Come on, bro. Come on. Okay, listen, obviously there's this beef everybody's going around. I don't even know if it's beef.
I don't think so.
Nah, this shit's
I thought it was fine.
Thought it was fine for real? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you did put a video out where you were killing him.
Yeah. I put out the edited version. I have a director's cut.
Oh.
I just thought it was funny because I like that movie a lot, Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
And I like the thought of like taking out the old dudes. But the reason that I put that video up was because I just started being on the road, and so every now and then somebody will be like, "You're the next George Lopez." Even before this George Lopez thing, my response was already like, "Yo, fuck George Lopez."
Oh, really?
Whenever somebody would yell that from the audience, or any Latino comedian they'd throw out, whoever their idols were, I was like, "Fuck your idols." But when that thing came out, I was just like, "Oh, this is perfect. This is like what I've been saying."
Yeah. Was that a real sentiment, or just I'm trying to get a laugh on stage when they say it, or was your brain really like, "Yo,
I'm coming for it. Fuck all these guys.
Nah, I wasn't really like coming for them. It's just that when they would name them, I'm like, I don't know, like.
Sometimes it's a funny thing to say on stage.
Yeah, it's a funny thing to
Fuck that
say.
guy.
I just think it's funny that they're just like assuming I like looked up to George Lopez.
That's
or
the
something.
thing I wanted to ask you when you came up, because you're 26.
Yeah,
I'm 39.
yeah,
And I felt I was young when I was watching George Lopez.
yeah.
So
I wasn't watching.
I don't
them.
think you ever grew up watching him.
Even when I was watching them, I was like, I don't get it.
Oh, come on. Nah, that motherfucker's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hate, bro. That's hate, bro.
It was good. That was good hate. You got to give it up for good hate.
hate.
Yo, watch, you got your chain on your.
Wait, you
That-
didn't think
I'm
he
a-
was funny?
I like, yeah, he's funny, but I didn't think he was like. I'm not like gonna like, yo, man, I want to watch this George Lopez like special or like, oh, the fucking show's gonna come on. Like, I would hear people quote him all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I gotta see that one day. And then when I did
can't breathe.
see it, I'm like, yeah, it's
I
like,
can't breathe. That was so
breathe.
funny.
My chest.
yeah, like that. I don't know.
Looking back, it seems like George Lopez's dismissive attitude might come from a mindset shaped by a lack of support in his early life. Perhaps he grew up believing that success is scarce and that helping others might take away from his own achievements. When someone reacts harshly to a rising talent they barely know, it often reflects something deeper about their perspective. Another striking example of George's pull him down mentality is his reluctance to collaborate with fellow Mexican comedians. During the Comedy Get Down tour in 2015, comedian Juan Villareal was approached by Daryl Lynn Hughley, who suggested that Juan could come and host the tour. The lineup included big names like Eddie Griffin, Cedric the Entertainer, most of whom Juan had worked with before and was really excited to team up with again. His excitement was high, imagining hosting alongside these familiar faces. But that grin quickly disappeared as soon as Daryl mentioned George Lopez. According to Juan, once Lopez's name came up, it became clear that bringing him on wasn't going to happen.
DL treats me really, really good. You know what I mean? Like, I had to call DL. They wouldn't let me in. He had to come downstairs, get his security and everything. I was like, man, I'm sorry I bothered you. You didn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, I did, man. He goes, well, okay, you did a little bit. That's that time. That's when you went up there, Brad. Remember at the NRG? I was supposed to be on that tour, Willie.
What?
Like DL wanted me on that Black and Brown tour. It was called Black and Brown Tour for a reason. And he goes, hey, Juan, you want to do? I did a show with him and Arnez in San Antonio. And then he goes, hey, Juan, you want to do a tour? You want to host it? I'm like, are you serious? Like, that's what my dad was going to say. Like, man, I really need this, D. He goes, it's me. It's going to be Cedric, Charlie Murphy. And I'm like, those are my dudes. Mike, he goes, man, those are my dudes, man. Like, let's do it, man. Like, he goes, and George Lopez. I was like, oh, man. And he was like, he had a cigar. He's like, what? Well, you don't like George Lopez? I'm like, man, I love George Lopez, but he don't work with Mexicans. Huh? Like, he don't work with Latinos. If you put him on the show, there's not going to be another Latino on the show. No, I'm going to talk to him. Like, okay, man.
Are you serious?
And then Monday he calls me, DL calls me and said, hey, Juan, you were right, man. Yeah, George, yeah, he did. He said he wants to be the only Donnie Brown on the show. I'm like, man, that's cool, dude. Like, he's like, man, well, I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, that's the game. George don't owe me shit. He don't owe me nothing. It's kind of fucked up. He's hurting me a little bit, but like, he don't owe me nothing. Nobody owes you nothing in this game. I owe George Lopez everything because he opened up a lot of doors and talk shows, and he had Prince on there. That fucked me up, you know what I mean? So I respect George Lopez, and he did a lot of shit for us, but he don't owe me nothing. But to take that away from me, because that would have changed my life a little bit. Because, they did it for 3 years. DOU, that tour was for 3 years, man. So that would have changed. But then I wouldn't be here probably with you guys. So I'm happy, Willie.
This is further supported by the fact that George Lopez, despite being one of the OGs of Latina comedy, has never toured or worked directly with Gabriel Iglesias, also known as Fluffy. Even though both comedians dominate in the same space and share large overlapping audiences, Lopez has consistently avoided touring together or publicly endorsing him, which many see as another example of his reluctance to support peers in the community. It is worth mentioning that George Lopez actually called Ralph to apologize for his earlier comments. However, Ralph shrugged it off and said, "No, you're good," making it clear he wasn't holding any grudges and was moving forward on his own terms.